know a couple people have told me they're on their way. So this is our Monday night huddle team call. Thank you guys for being on live. We're actually going to talk tonight really quickly about resources, trainings, and events, because there is a lot of stuff that we have access to. So I want to make sure everyone is aware of what that is, because now, especially with Plexus Corporate, we have so many resources and trainings that sometimes it gets overwhelming, or we don't even know about things because there's so much. And then we're also going to go over what's happening in May, just some of the events that are specific to May for both corporate and our team. So really quickly, just want to touch base because I know we have a lot of people here. Congrats, Donna, on like a double rank, I think, last month. I mean, amazing. You're rocking and rolling. So, a lot of us come into this accidentally. I did not plan to become a network marketer with Plexus. But once I did, and once I caught the vision, I decided I wanted to be all in, right? And part of that is knowing about the resources and then showing up for the trainings and knowing about the different events, but also how to use them. So we'll talk a little bit about that tonight. But being on team calls like this also builds your skills, your confidence. When I was, starting, and even now, it just really, I call it my Plexus cup. You know how people talk about filling your cup? This fills my Plexus cup, and it really helps fuel my belief when I'm on things like this and I see your guys' faces and we chit chat. But it also shows your team that these things are important, and it helps build your influence. We did a training on that not too long ago, how to build your influence with your current team to help people catch the vision of the business and the opportunity that we have, but also with your network. So I don't have any slides tonight, which I normally, you guys know I like to talk with slides, but instead, when we're going to go through the resources, the trainings, and the events, I'm actually just going to share my screen. There's a couple more people coming on. Hey guys, feel free to unmute yourself if you guys have any questions, because once I start sharing my screen, I won't necessarily be able to see your chat come through. So the first thing I want to show you guys, just a quick reminder, is the Wellness Connection Facebook group. And Facebook changes all of the time. So what I show you today may change tomorrow, but a couple of things I want to point out, because this group can also be overwhelming if you don't know some of the shortcuts. So anything that is important to the month, we pin it as a featured post. And so instead of scrolling or searching, you can just click featured right here and they will all be here. So here's the customer care system, right? The Google Drive, it's right there. These are all of the corporate calls for May. They've already been pinned. And then I think we probably have this current Slim shakedown. We'll have to update the rest for April or for May, but all of that's right there, okay? The other thing I want to point out, I actually used this today for 2 people. We have these guides. And if any point you guys as leaders are like, you know what, we need to update that guide, or we need an additional guide, or, let us know, because these guides technically, see how it has my progress here, 1 of 9 guides completed. Technically, ideally, when people join the group, they could go to these guides, and as they click through them, then it will show that they've completed their progress. So we have getting started on the products, tips for success, getting connected, all the info sheets. This is a big one. And this is what I tagged a couple people in today. When people are in die-off, they need some resources and they need to know what to do. So I tagged some people in this, but these are really good guides, right? Bathroom issues, feeling sick, skin issues, headaches, jitters. All of these have kind of health topics behind them. Everything you want to know about perks, how to share, and then some stories of hope and some kind of opportunity, vision casting things. So those are there under guides. The only other thing that I kind of recommend you use the team page for is a keyword search. So if I think somebody, maybe Tamsin posted something about migraines, I'm going to search for migraines. And then over here on the left, you see where it says posted by? I can click my friends and it'll show me anything that has to do with migraines that someone I'm friends with in the group has posted. So these are all Amy Morton. She's posted about migraines. It used to actually let you specify. Oh yeah, here we go. Maybe I just type her name. So I'll type Tan. Is it gonna let me? Huh. Well, you used to be able to. There's no. Come on, face. There she is. So I just want to show, because sometimes you're like, I can't find that post. Where's that post? There it is. So see, Tamsin had a post here, popped right up. She was on Plexus for 30 days and she used to get really, really bad migraines and cramps every single month. And so that was her kind of testimony back in 2017, but you can probably still, here's another one, right? Talks about her and her migraines. Here's another one. Here's her doing a video. So a lot of times I know people say, oh my gosh, I looked for that, Amy, but I couldn't find it. And then I asked and somebody else found it in 2 seconds. That might be why. So that is a big resource. The other thing we have as a resource is the Plexus Experience group. Now, this is a group where we hold all of our online events for our potentials or our guests is in this Plexus Experience group. But so you'll see this latest live was when I did the opportunity event last week. I live stream it into the Plexus Experience, but that's another really good group to search for testimonies because we put a lot of testimonies in there. And this is the group that you can add anybody to. You can add them, you can tag them in a testimony, and then you can send them a message and say, hey, I tagged you in this testimony because I really think you could relate to this girl's story, okay? So that's kind of the difference between the Wellness Connection and the Plexus Experience for those of you guys who might be kind of new to sharing, or, you know, maybe before you've been here for a while and we have a million different groups and you're like, what are the ones we should be using? Those are the kind of 2 main ones. We also have one that our upline used to do called the Wellness Lounge. It is full of testimonies. It's no longer an active group. So not much is happening in there anymore in terms of activity, but there are, 7,000 people in it and there are tons of testimonies. So you could probably, like, this is Amanda Grubb's celiac disease testimony. So I wouldn't add someone to the Wellness Lounge unless I had already gone in there and found a specific video or testimony that I knew they needed to see that they couldn't get anywhere else. Okay. So that's kind of those 3 groups. The other resource I want to make sure you guys know about and not forget about is corporate, because sometimes corporate sneaks things in on us that we don't realize it unless you're kind of going in there pretty often to see what's up. And, if you're working the business, you should be in your virtual office at least, a few times a week, checking to see what's going on. So when you log in, you're going to click your dashboard. Can you guys let me know you're looking at the Plexus website here? Just put it in the chat. Because you know how sometimes. Okay, well, if you're not looking at the dashboard, let me know, because then that means the share didn't work. But I want to show you where to find some stuff with corporate. The first resource that is right here on your front page is the training calendar. Let's see. Yes, thanks, Nicole. And so if you click you're welcome to do the training calendar in any language, but click the English flag, and here's the April calendar, but here's the May calendar, okay? And it shows you everything corporate offers for the whole month. Now, what I also love about this that a lot of people don't know about, so we wanted to make sure we covered it tonight, because as you're setting up the month of May, you need to put on your calendar like what trainings you need to attend, okay? But if you miss some, see right here above the flag, it says click here for recordings to all previous webinars. You can click here and look, this goes all the way back to really March. They've got a couple of book clubs. They have the October and the November book club, but the trainings go back here to early March. And so let's say if you missed the April community huddle, or you missed the April Leaders in Action, or the Welcome to Plexus, they're all right here. And then when you click them, let's say April 18th is Motivation Monday, building your team culture to increase retention. When you click that, it's going to go to the recording. So you don't have to search an email. You don't have to search a message thread. It's all right there on that calendar. And so I really, really like that as a resource from corporate. The other thing I wanted to show you guys that I want to make sure you're checking, because this is where corporate like sneaks things in on us pretty often, is in the training center. And so spend some time, if you haven't, going in the resource library and looking to see all this great stuff. I remember when I first started my business, I knew nothing about network marketing or Plexus. And so at the time, our virtual office back then was basically a website with a whole list of PDFs. That was what the resource library was. And I opened every PDF and I printed every PDF, and then I put it in a notebook and read through it. This one's a little bit more sophisticated. So just click through here because you know what kind of training you need. So I'm not going to tell you, right, you need to do this training. You know what you need, but go through here and click it. Because brand new ambassadors, they have it broken out really, really well over the course of 3 days for specific training. But they update this as our businesses need update. So as things change in social media, as things change at corporate with their resources, as they update products or they update the branding, these types of things get updated, right? So look, they have a brand new ambassador 3-day checklist. Probably didn't know we had that. We had a click and do 30-day guide, right, for new ambassadors. There's how to start your Plexus products video, how to get healthy habits at home. There's a video from Dr. Logan, why you should even choose Plexus. Guys, these are all things that you have access to, not only for yourself, but then you can send the link to your new customers or to your potentials if they're curious, right? One of my favorite resources that I even forget about is this digital success kit. I really like it because I can send these to people and they're really nice virtual tools. So I can send the getting started guide, 30 days to success, tools and benefits, or even the product guide. And these are, really nice, pretty nice resources that you just send the link and then they have access to all of them. So these are all here. And that was just in day one. So here's like the second day of training for a new ambassador. So I really want to make sure that you guys realize all of this stuff is there, and to check it, check it. If you're not in your virtual office often, I would check this every month just to see what kind of new resources are in there, especially in the sharing system and the product info. Now you'll notice this is new. This Yes for Success. This is brand new. Corporate announced it at Leaders Retreat. I think they're going to train us on it at convention. They've trademarked it. So if you search and Google Plexus trademarks like I do, this is one of them. So it's not a new product. It's this new training initiative that corporate is doing. So that's something else that's been added that's new, this kind of Yes for Success. And they've got all of these guides for sharing, all of these conversation starters. And this is just kind of the beginning of this new kind of Yes for Success training module that they put together. Okay. And then you can click around, guys. There's so much in here. I could spend an entire 2-hour training on our virtual office. But there's product information, there's incentives and recognition. I mean, you can click on recognition and you can see your name under the list of people that have your rank, like everyone's recognized in the system. You can even click here and see the current incentive. So really great resource. But if you want to find something quickly, I recommend Google, because as much as I love the virtual office and as often as I use it, sometimes to find something like the product pricing guide, it takes 4 or 5, 6 clicks. So if I want to find the Plexus price guide, I get on Google and I do Plexus price list. Okay. And look here, the first thing that comes up, now you got to check and make sure it's not like spam. But in this case, the first one that comes up is the Plexus website, and it's the back office. So that's it right there. There's the Plexus price sheet. So then you don't ever have to try to find it in your virtual office. Someone asked the other day about, let's see, Plexus incentives. So everyone's like, what's the incentive? So I just always Google it, Plexus incentives, and it's right there, the Plexus incentives page. Somebody even asked someone asked something very kind of specific. See, May incentives, that's it right there. But someone wanted to know, okay, in the Rise Up Rank Up, can I get paid a double rank? And if you didn't know where to go, then I could do Plexus Rise Up Rank Up payout. And here it is right here. It's going to come up in the help desk. Okay. Compensation plan, Rise Up Rank Up right here in the help center. Now you can go to the Plexus Help Center and you can also search the help center, but I find it's even quicker to do a Google search. So that's just kind of so see, here's the help center. But sometimes I find it's even quicker just to do a Google search. So here's the Rise Up Rank Up we were talking about. And then that's where all the kind of fine print and the rules and the FAQs will be. So that's another kind of really great resource for you guys to keep in mind. I also Google the Plexus training calendar because sometimes I'm on my phone and I don't want to log into my virtual office and go through all the clicks. So you can Google Plexus training calendar and it's going to come up right here in the help center, and you just click view and it automatically takes you to the current calendar. Okay. So if you click on it, let's say, wait a minute, that was tonight's. Let's say, you want to be on the Leaders in Action call. That's tomorrow. They only do those once a month. It's a good call. If you click on it and it hasn't happened yet, it takes you automatically to the registration page. And then if you just click register, you're going to get an email, or you have the automatic Zoom link right here. But then it also will send you an email. The other thing you can do, guys, to make sure you are up on Plexus trainings, to make sure you don't miss anything, is do the text message. Let's see if I have that here. I'm not sure. Do they have that here? No, it's on our team calendar. I'll show you here in a minute. There's a certain number you can text, and then you get a reminder before a training with the link to the training, and it's all right here. And if you aren't sure what some of these trainings are, they also have all the descriptions, and it tells you how long they are. Okay, so most of them are 30 minutes, but if you'll notice the Silver Success, that's a training for brand new silvers or silver ambassadors who are just looking for more business specific training on how to get to their next rank. It's a 45-minute training. So I really like that little cheat sheet. Okay. All right, let's talk May. I'm going to show you guys the team calendar. I've put it in our team thread, but I have not posted it yet on the team page. It's scheduled to post here in about 40 minutes. But I'll go ahead and show you guys because I designed it on, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Let me just show you, is it download? I downloaded, no, I didn't. All over the place today. Hold on, guys, I should have done this ahead of time. I'm sorry. Be able to zoom in better if I download it. I thought I already did that, but today I had it on my phone when I shared it in our thread because I was in Carline. Okay, so here is the May calendar. And so what we want to do tonight, when you guys get off this call here in 9 minutes, you want to get out your personal planner and you want to write down what you can be on that's important to where you're at in your business, right? There's a lot of stuff that corporate does. There's a lot of stuff we do. Not everybody needs to be on everything. Okay. You know where you're at in your business. For me, I'm wanting to kick it up a notch and I'm wanting to grow as a leader. I'm wanting to bring new business builders on. I'm wanting to help current business builders like you guys grow and rank. So I am committing right now for the next kind of 90 to 120 days to do every Monday night call. And then I'm going to do the event every Thursday. already had the conversation with my family. And then I'm doing those Thursday afternoon working sessions. So you guys just decide where you're at. I'm going to talk about all of them though, but I don't want you to think that means everyone has to be on everything. Okay. So the corporate calls on the calendar are in black. I just put on the calendar the one-time only calls. So the community huddle was earlier tonight. Leaders in Action is tomorrow afternoon. That's a really good call for people who are really serious about this business and are looking to, grow their business and kind of level up. It's really good. Silver Success is next Tuesday. And then there's a jewel call on Wednesday. Now that's only for Amy Morton and myself, but I put that on there just so you guys see that one corporate pours into their jewels, but also something usually comes out at that call. So be looking in the messenger for Amy and I, either, giving some hints about new things that are coming or new announcements that are coming from the field. So the Monday night meetup is every Monday this month at 7:30 to 8. I would love, we've got multiple topics laid out that are all kind of business and personal growth related. We have some guest speakers also, but I would love if any of you guys would want to host a call. That would be amazing. And then on Thursday afternoon, so we've got Monday evening for people that work during the day, and then Thursday afternoon for people who can be on who don't work. We're doing a work with me. And this isn't always going to be a power hour where we're sending messages to people. It might be sometimes, but it's really going to be working together, whether that means, we're going to get in our virtual office and look at whose subscriptions are set to run this week, or who's at risk of losing their perk credits. Or maybe we're going to look at an event and figure out what's the best way we can share the event and kind of market the event. But it's just going to be us working together. It might even be doing the winning day together a little bit, but it's just a chance for us to get on and work together as a group. Because I know sometimes in this business, when you're at home and you're working it by yourself, it gets boring or maybe not as fun and motivating. So this is a way to make kind of the boring work fun. And then we do have some evening events. So every Thursday, you can guarantee there's a messenger event every other week. And then there's a business event every other week where we're specifically talking about the business of Plexus. But then tomorrow night and on the 15th, we're also having online events on Facebook. Okay. And then the big thing this month is we're doing another shake challenge. So many people are having major successes on the shake challenge. Now, this one we're going to change up a little bit. If people want to do intermittent fasting, we're going to have some education in the group about fasting. And then those people who want to do that can break their fast with the shake. If people don't want to do intermittent fasting, they don't have to. They can still be in the group. And so guys, if you're not using this to grow your business, you're really missing out, because these are the types of events that expose people to Plexus. And we have so many wins coming from it and so many screenshots of everyone's wins. That's getting other people to want to try Plexus too. And the wins are beyond just weight loss. Plenty of people are losing inches, but I had a girl message me today. This was her second challenge, and she was already asking if we're doing the third, because she said she just likes that for 2 weeks. She knows that she's going to be able to commit to having that shake and be healthy, for breakfast for 2 weeks. Because if not, if it weren't for the accountability of that group, she said she gets lazy on her own and she's grabbing like McDonald's and stuff for breakfast. So use these to grow your business. A lot of times I hear people say when it comes to these events, like, oh, well, I don't have anybody in there, so I'm not going to pay attention to it. Or, well, I'm not going to do it. I don't want to drink a shake, so I'm not really going to advertise it. That's not how we, want to grow our business. We really want to think about, okay, this is a business. If I had a brick and mortar and we were offering this at my store, I would make sure everyone knew about it every single time. So this is just a great opportunity. And then at the end of the month, because Monday is a holiday, we're moving that Monday call to the actual end of month. And we're going to do an end of the month kind of Zoom to close out the month. And then on the right-hand side, I know the calendar's busy. On the right-hand side is just the corporate standing call. So there's always a Monday call from corporate. There's always a welcome to Plexus call from corporate, which is great for new VIPs. And then there's the Why Plexus, Why Now, that's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So ideally, as we're working our business, what we're really doing every single day, we got to get okay with the boring. All we're doing is inviting people to new Plexus exposures, whether that's talking about the products, sending a video, but events are really what get people started on Plexus. In fact, Nicole's told me she got started because she saw me speak live in an online event. And other people have said, hey, I only started because I heard you on this event, or other people have started because they saw Nicole's story. So getting people plugged into these events is really key and helps people get started on Plexus. You know, we can talk to them till we're blue in the face, but sometimes they just need to see somebody else talking about it. And that's what these events do, both our team events and the corporate events. And then a lot of us last month were chatting in our team thread. We're going to get back to doing the winning day. If you're not familiar with the winning day, basically it's just working your business for an hour every day, 5 days a week, and committing to 2 days off. And it's working your personal business. So team calls don't count, right? This wouldn't count as kind of the winning day. It's really sitting down, planning your social media, chatting with people, building relationships, inviting people to Plexus, following up with people. And so we have kind of a template or a format for that, but a lot of us are going to get back to doing that 5 days a week. I know Amy and I were talking about we're going to hold each other accountable, and we're going to start using our team thread for holding us, you know, all kind of accountable and talking about more the winning day and actually, you know, the business side of Plexus in that chat. And then a lot of us are we're reading the Pivot to Purpose. Let me stop sharing right here. I'm reading this Pivot to Purpose. It is not the Plexus book of the month. So don't tell Genevieve, because she probably would be so mad that I'm not reading the Plexus book. But right now I'm reading this Pivot to Purpose. It's all about stopping the toxic hustle, which is really easy to do and to get into when you have big goals and you're excited, and then your team's growing and we all have these calls and the calendar's full, and then we burn ourselves out. So a bunch of us are reading it. So I went ahead and just put it on the calendar because I thought a lot of us might be chatting about it. It's not an official book study, but since several of us are reading it, I thought we might be dropping some of that in the chat. So I went ahead and put that on the calendar. But the official book for corporate, which is their Saturday morning speaker series, is Grow with Goals by Doyen. I can't even pronounce her name. Olorunfemi. It's supposed to be a fabulous book, but she's supposed to be an even better speaker. She started as a speaker, not an author. So this one's a little bit, reversed. But on Saturday, the 21st at 11 o'clock, she's going to be the Saturday speaker series. And because it's a Saturday and most of us are, one, taking Saturday as our day off, or two, maybe it's not your day off, but you're at the ball field or you just cannot be on live. Amy Morton and I were talking in April because we couldn't make the April one live. And we were like, you know what? Okay, instead of feeling bad and making everyone feel bad that we can never be on these on a Saturday, maybe on that next Monday night meetup, we'll share some of the best tidbits or some of the best parts of the speaker series on the recording, and we'll just watch it together. So, if you can't be on it live, we're thinking we may do something for all of us if it's a really good speaker series, because corporate really, they're really good for the people who can be on. I get tons of people saying, their team has hit milestones or come out of a funk, or their mindset's gotten, better, all because of these books and these speaker series. But I know reading a brand new book every single month and being on something on a Saturday morning is hard for people. So we're not going to do an actual book study on our team, but we're going to figure out a way to incorporate it otherwise. And that's it, guys. It's 8:01. Do you guys have any questions? I know some of this was repetitive, but I just want to make sure everyone knew what was on the calendar, and then you guys decide what you can be on, because I'm really excited to see more faces on Mondays and Thursdays and all of us really work together. Okay. All right, guys, if you ever have any, suggestions like, hey, we should have a happy hour this month, or we should have a game night or anything, let me know, because I'm all for ideas. I think in June, I'm thinking of putting together some sort of fun sample plexus mixology thing. I don't know what that looks like, but okay. All right, guys. Thanks for being on. Bye. Ah, where is it?